The most influential book that transformed my business is a book called Go Mad About Thinking from he's now a friend of mine called Andy Gilbert. Now, the reason why this is the most influential book for me in business, it's the first business book I ever actually read. And I suppose looking back, that is something I would change if I had my time again. So what's amazing about this book? Well, firstly, Go Mad, the acronym MAD, stands for Make a Difference on the planet, in business. And the way he set this up is he did some research on world leaders, high achievers, Olympians over a period of time about how they made decisions under pressure. And what he found was that there was a framework. So the framework about how they take responsibility, how they own the situation, how they make decisions, how they think, was like the basis of the book. So what happened to me was my sister, bless her name's Tamar, she actually had a relationship with Andy through a corporate relationship, through business and training. So she used to send some of her staff to Andy's training. And she was able to introduce me to Andy and actually get me a space on one of his trainings. Now, my ego was getting in the way, like, yeah, you don't need coaching, you know it all. Eventually, somehow, I managed to get over my ego and got to the training. Well, the best thing I ever did, it literally theorized my soul. It like lit me up and I was like, oh my gosh, wow. So all of the stuff that I kind of winged and made up in business, there's a structure to it and I could follow it each time. Wow. So yeah, that was a big moment for me, and actually attending the course over 4 days, first course I'd ever attended in business, reading the book and then bringing them both together has given me a great starter platform, if you like, at the time, to then take the structure of thinking. How do you make great decisions? How do you think through decisions in business? How do you invest? How do you develop leadership skills? How do you influence others following a framework? And how ultimately do you make a difference on the planet? I set this business up specifically to help small to medium-sized enterprises get through difficult times, and actually that does form a big part of why I do this, is to make a difference in business. I know for many people, sales and sales growth can be difficult. So, for me, I knew that was something that I could help people with, and with Andy's course and what's in this book, it enabled me to really develop my coaching skills, develop my leadership skills, have a process to think strategically and to not wing it, basically. So yeah, Go Mad About Thinking was a real springboard for me. And that book really opened my eyes to education. It really opened my eyes to what's possible. So yeah, Go Mad About Thinking, Make a Difference, Andy Gilbert. He also taught me one thing that to this day I still utilize on a daily basis, and it's the power of possibility thinking. I used to call it open thinking and having open questions. And Andy's able to take open thinking and possibilities and being really creative and intuitive and actually put a framework around it. So for me, like being able to see the possibilities on a daily basis, and also in sales, if you're dealing with somebody whose maybe mindset was like mine a few years ago that's closed off, having possibility thinking as a skill to utilize and teach really enables both parties to see things in the future in a positive way that might not have been seen without the technique and actually looking for it and searching for it. So Go Mad About Thinking, check it out. Andy Gilbert, that's an amazing book for me, and I've never really looked back since that day.